Every time I think we've reached peak YouTube,
Oppan Gangnam Style.
flash forward 5 years, and then there's a new peak YouTube. And what do I mean by that? 10 years ago, I thought YouTube was at its highest of heights, and yet it still keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And there's a lot of power in a platform like that. YouTube has basically dominated the video space for its entire existence and continues to grow. And while there are other social media companies and platforms, nothing is quite like YouTube. And there's a lot of people who have made a living, a business out of creating content for YouTube. I've done it myself, and I wanna give you some tips so you can know how to start a YouTube channel yourself. And spoiler alert, you should probably start more than one channel. But really, I would focus on just getting it started. If you've ever been interested in making content for YouTube, start now. You will never be perfect. The only thing you can do is grow and get better, and the only way to do that is by starting. So start a YouTube channel right now. Go ahead and do it if you haven't already, and then let's go ahead and make that successful. Really, to be successful on YouTube, to make it sustainable for any kind of business revenue, whether it's a side hustle or your main thing, you really need to prioritize upload frequency. Upload as much as possible while still retaining some level of quality. There's always that dilemma of quantity versus quality. YouTube prefers quantity. Quality is secondary. Yes, it should be a good video, but it's incredibly hard to make money on YouTube by focusing on quality and not focusing on quantity. So find a way to make as much as you can, but still make sure that it's good. This doesn't mean that you have to have a really expensive camera or perfect editing software or anything like that. You can make really great quality content with your iPhone, with a couple accessories, maybe a good microphone, something like that. Don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money to do it. What I like to do is focus on what I have that's unique to me. So with a lot of the channels that I've made content for, it's been about making the content that I have some special access to. A lot of times people get consumed with, oh, cool things are happening in New York or in Thailand or in Hawaii or in these places that they aren't. But when you think about it, every place is foreign to someone else. So look in your own backyard. What's close to you? What's in your house? What unique thing are you doing? Or what's something unique that's happening nearby, and focus on that. Look at your own space almost like as if you're a tourist, and you'll start finding cool opportunities to create content. This could be in anything. There's plenty of different industries, from gaming to cooking to news. There's all sorts of industries or categories of content on YouTube, and I'd say find one that you're passionate about. Don't just create something that you think will make you money. That doesn't usually end up working out the way you might like. Focus on what you actually like and are passionate about, and the money will start to flow. In a perfect world, you're publishing one video every single day. But that might not always be realistic. Maybe it's every other day. I certainly wouldn't do more than that, especially to start. Maybe there's certain industries where that is relevant to upload more than once a day, but I think a bare minimum that you should be targeting is about one upload per day or every other day. So if you focus on weekdays, that'd be 5 videos a week. If you really wanted every single day of the week, that's 7 videos a week. And then you gotta figure out how you're gonna make that sustainably. You can't just make 7 videos one time and then don't do it again. You gotta keep the momentum going. So find a way to make your content production efficient and streamlined. Still high quality, but really efficient, so that you're able to output more volume than you might do if you were making a movie and you were spending 2 years, 3 years on one single piece of content. That certainly has a place, and that's in Hollywood or on Netflix or on Disney Plus. But on YouTube, it's really about the upload frequency that is the most important. You also have to make sure that these videos are long enough. You can't just upload a short every day and expect that you're gonna make thousands of dollars. Shorts don't monetize all that well, currently anyway. You really should focus on YouTube Classic or the long form YouTube content if you want to make any type of financial gain. That means your videos need to be 10 minutes or ideally even longer. The longer the video, the better, as long as people are watching it. So a 30-minute video is great. A 60-minute video is great. If you can do longer content every single day, and it's content that people actually want to watch, the majority of it, that is the key to success. Now, there's no secret ingredient or special formula to where you can kind of hack the system, but if you follow those principles, I can assure you you're off to a good start. You need decent enough video, you need good quality audio. A viewer is a lot more invested in watching something when it goes from beginning to middle to end or start to finish. Seeing that progression is very satisfying. I like to put my shoes in the perspective of the viewer. What am I giving to them that's valuable? What experience am I providing? because I think viewers are selfish. Everyone, myself included, when I'm watching content, I wanna know like what's in it for me? What am I getting out of this? I don't just wanna watch someone else do something and there's no experience for me. It should be funny. Maybe I'm getting a laugh.
Is he having a laugh? Are you having a laugh?
Out of it. Maybe I'm getting information or knowledge I didn't have before. Maybe it's a tutorial or a process that I'm learning something. There's plenty of how-to videos on YouTube that do great because people are obsessed with finding out information and learning new things, how to fix things, how to repair things. If you can tap into that a little bit and find a way to make it sustainable, meaning you can repeat it, it's not just one tutorial on here's how to fix your car battery and then that's it. Find a way to make that process ongoing to where you can make that content over and over and over again. And ideally, like I said, it's every day of the week. If not that, maybe at least once a week. That's really the place to start. But that leads me to my next point. I don't just have one YouTube channel, I have multiple. And the reason being is there is kind of this bottleneck. You don't want to over-publish, meaning you don't want to publish 10 videos every single day and spam your audience with content. Really, you wanna go at like a healthy pace, like I said, once a day, once a week, something like that, and find that pacing that satisfies the appetite of your viewer, but doesn't overwhelm them. And that's why I say launch multiple channels. There's a couple reasons for that. It opens up that bottleneck to where you can put content on one channel every single day of the week, and you have another channel you can put content every single day of the week, and you have another channel you can put content every single day of the week. If you have multiple channels, it allows you to create more and have more places to put it. There's this concept of inventory for ads, and the same is true for content. You need places to put the content in order to create it and monetize it successfully. The other reason it's valuable to have multiple channels instead of just one is all your eggs aren't in that one basket. You have opportunity to play, to experiment, to try new things. Sometimes what you think will be successful isn't, and something that you don't really care about or is kind of your second or third priority ends up being the most successful. The more seeds you plant, the more opportunity you're creating for yourself for success. This isn't going to be an overnight success. That has happened to me once. There's no way to guarantee virality. There's no way to ensure that you're going to be successful, but I know that the key is persistence. The more you do it, and if you just stick to it and you believe in what you're doing, you will find success eventually. It just may take a lot longer than you might think. So this isn't something where you have to quit your job and start, doing YouTube from day one. Have it in the background, do it as a side hustle, work on it nights, weekends, whatever works for your schedule. That way you can start planting those seeds, and once they start to grow, you can make the decision what works best for your lifestyle. The most important thing is just to start. I see so many people who have hopes, dreams, aspirations to make content, to be on social media, and they don't ever start. The best time to start a YouTube channel was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. And I would focus specifically just on YouTube. There are so many platforms, but really the one that is the most reliable in terms of monetization is YouTube because of Google Ads. Instagram, TikTok, they can work through sponsorships and other programs, but YouTube is the only place I can think of where you or anyone else can upload a video, and if you get enough traction, you can click a button and you immediately are monetized. There's no other place on the internet that makes it that easy and that lucrative. And there's no limit. You can start multiple channels. So don't feel like you have one idea and it has to be the perfect idea. No, plant all those seeds, do as much as you can, find ways to make it efficient to where you're hitting that daily upload rhythm, or you're having the longer and longer forms of content. It could be a podcast, it could be a live stream, it could be an explainer video. There are so many different styles and formats that work for a variety of creators. Don't look at Mr. Beast as your only option. There's plenty of people who are monetized on YouTube making a living doing this type of work. And I would say focus on what you love. What is your passion? Don't chase the dollars, if I do this, that's how I make money. No, do what you love, find a way to create that content that you like, and other people will tend to follow along. If you think it's good, chances are there's at least a few more people like that. Now, of course, you can take it to the next level with merchandise and memberships. There's always more ways to monetize through sponsorships, but bare minimum, you can make a living just doing YouTube, just doing programmatic ads. Is it guaranteed? No, but there's a lot of creators and there's still a lot of room for other creators too. I can't tell you the amount of times that I'm scrolling on YouTube and a new channel pops up and they earned a new subscriber because I'd never seen their content before, but I'm eager to consume what they have to offer. Once you've built out a few channels, you'll see that different videos, different categories monetize at different rates. It's all the programmatic ads working behind the scenes. Basically, different categories are valued higher and lower from an advertiser's perspective. As a content creator, you don't really have to worry about that too much unless you really are in a category that is monetized at a lower rate. But like I said, that's why it's important to start multiple channels so you cast a wider net and you have more revenue streams coming into your AdSense. So as far as views relate to dollars, it can be easy to think, oh, 1 million views is $1 million. I think the regular audience member kind of thinks that, has that assumption in their mind. Oh, if you have 1 million subscribers, you must be a millionaire, or you got millions of views, you must be a millionaire. That's not quite true, but it's not as bad as you might think either on the flip side. A video, if it's monetized well, if it gets between 10,000 to 20,000 views, can earn roughly $100. That's not nothing if you think about doing that every day across multiple channels. There's certainly potential there. So if you look at those numbers and you say 10,000 views is roughly $50, give or take, you just do the math and you think, okay, how can I reliably get that amount of views every single day across multiple channels? Figure out what you need to support yourself or the team that you're working with, and you just do the math. Some videos will get millions of views. Other videos will get hundreds of views. Over time, you will have things that rise to the top and things that kind of settle to the bottom, and that's just the natural flow of it. The algorithm picks and chooses what it likes, and you find ways to optimize that over time. Really, it's about doing the work so that you can actually learn those lessons for yourself, because every channel is different, every content creator is different, and those best practices that you can learn from me or other people really only get you so far. You have to take that step yourself to know, okay, the content I'm making works this way, here's how I do that more effectively. There is no secret formula of do this and you'll be a millionaire, but I can definitely give you the tools and the techniques that I've used to make it successful for myself. So if you want to have a YouTube channel that is lucrative, make multiple. That's the secret, number one. Don't just have one channel, have multiple, and then take it from there. Figure out, how do I make content every single day that I can publish every single day, and do the math for yourself and find a way to make it work for you. It is possible, there's still room to grow. YouTube is not too crowded. You just have to find a way to stand out and make something unique. So that's why I always go back to, what are the things that I'm passionate about and that I have unique access to that no one else could really do like me? Once you find those things and you get the ball rolling, it can end up working out. It might take 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, maybe it takes 3 years. I don't know what the timeline will be for you, but it is possible. If you just start doing it and have your expectations a little bit lower, chances are you're not gonna be Mr. Beast, so don't think that you're gonna have this huge beast empire, millionaire, you have a whole studio of hundreds of people working for you. If that's your goal, I don't really have a blueprint for you, but if your goal is to make content and monetize it effectively, I think if you follow some of these practices, you'll find that success.